All right, welcome back to the TheAaronPod. Welcome to the second episode, and I'm happy to have my friend Joe on the podcast today.
Hey everyone. All
It's-
right. Thank you, Aaron, for having me on. I'm very excited.
yeah, glad to have you on. So I'm gonna go over a couple games that have happened recently or any news. So yesterday the Mets won 10-9, almost blew a 10-3 lead in the ninth, but they really have no hopes, at least going the rest of the way. So
Yeah.
they're definitely looking like a seller. And yesterday they're tied with the Rockies for the most amount of losses in the National League. So I think that doesn't need any more like self-explanation. And the Yankees have the Yankees dropped the series to the Twins yesterday,
Yep.
lost 12 out of 15. Joe, I know you're a Yankees fan, so
Yeah.
I don't know if you have any input on that, but
Yeah. I mean, they've lost, a lot of games recently. I mean, it's been really rough just watching it, just seeing them collapse. And, you want to say, oh, it's because of Judge or maybe, but it's really not because when Judge first went out, they were still doing well. So you kind of say to yourself, like, what's really doing it? Why are they just so bad? The hitting's not really connecting. The bullpen is still a problem. And even the starters are slipping away. Aces are not, doing as great as they are. Max Fried should be back soon. I mean, they're in a slump right now. They're losing the teams that are below 500. They should be doing better. And now they're in a crucial series with the Rays where if they had won, if they didn't get swept by the Red Sox, if they didn't lose, to the Twins, or they get swept by the Tigers, who are all below 500 teams, maybe they'd be in a better position and they would have the upper hand in this four-game stretch against Tampa Bay and not have to literally win every game just to be in contention for first place.
I mean, listen, at least you're gonna make the playoffs probably.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta look at it, the way you can. But I mean, obviously, you love as a sports fan, as also as a Jets fan. I haven't seen my Jets go to the playoffs. You know,
Since
you know, in my
2011.
in my like sentient lifetime, I can't remember watching Jets playoff football. It's been that long, that tragic. So obviously, it's fun watching your team go to the playoffs. Obviously, we just saw the Knicks go to the playoffs, win the chip. That was a great feeling, But you want the Yankees are in a position where they have to win because they always make the playoffs. It's not one of those like, oh, like as a Jets fan, if the Jets make the playoffs, that's a good season for me or for Jets fans. But for the Yankees, it's kind of like
Yes,
chip
that's
or
like a once in a
bust.
lifetime.
And with the Dodgers, the NL is amazing. So the if the Yankees can't compete with below 500 teams in the AL East, what are they gonna do against the Dodgers? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's not winnable.
Yeah, I mean, just from like what I've seen at least, like yeah, they've obviously haven't hit. Seeing a lot of Twitter posts about Volpe and Volpe
Yeah,
sucking, but
yeah, but Volpe, he's really not doing that bad anymore. Like realistically, like let's be honest. Is Volpe really still doing that bad? Yes,
I mean, I'll look
maybe
at the
he.
stats now, but
You can pull up the stats. I mean, yeah, he might not be the second coming of Jeter like we thought
no.
he was or would be or Golden Glove year, but like he's being serviceable now.
Yeah, so I pulled up the stats. He's batting 242 compared to 212 last year, with
Right.
solid improvement.
It is improvement and I think he hits in clutch spots. I think his at bats have been better. His fielding is still just kind of it's still a step back from what it once was. And he still commits an error from here to here, but it's not like, oh, every time the ball gets to him, he's an error. He's a good player. I mean, I think he's serviceable.
I
I
don't know
think
about good player, but like,
well, I mean, I think he's if he wasn't a Yankee, if he was on the Rockies, you'd say like, okay, yeah, he's a pretty good shortstop.
well, he's playing at Coors. You'd be playing at Coors Field too, and that would help a lot.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just saying. I really I was never I'm not really like, oh, a big Volpe defender, but I'm also not a hater. Like I think, you know, but there's also up to a point where it's like, how long can you cut the kids some slack? But my girlfriend loves Anthony Volpe. It's literally like her favorite player ever because she's just like, oh, he's just like a cute kid. But like, but no, but like, I just think like he's, I think there's still room for improvement. And I think if he gets his act together and he stays more consistent, I think he can be serviceable.
I mean, usually like he kind of looks like a kid. He's always like a kid on a big league
Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
men's game, you know.
It
It's
is a shame because it's like every time he gets at bat or every time the ball gets hit to him, you're saying like, oh, like
he's
there's
under the
always like,
knife,
yeah, there's always like a every time he does something, it's they're like, oh, it's impressive or it's like whatever. Oh, he does something good. Oh, wow, he did something good. It's like he's never, I feel like, just playing the game. He's never just like really just like oh, like Caballero went up and he's playing. It's like it's different for Volpe. There's a different stigma around him.
I mean, he was proclaimed as the next shooter.
Yeah, I know, because there was a lot of,
He was a
there's a
top
lot
10
of,
prospect
yeah, a lot of
a while ago.
praise. Yeah. I mean, and when he first came to the league, he was showing that potential, but he's taken a step back. But I think he's slowly getting back there. This season's really it's been an okay season for him. It has.
How would you think what do you think of him on defense at least? I'm just curious because
Yeah,
I've
I mean, I don't think he's at his like Golden Glove level anymore. But I mean, he's pretty decent. Like he's serviceable. He's not committing the errors that he was committing last year. I mean, he still commits them, but
would you rather have Caballero play shortstop or do you think he's a
probably.
better?
I mean, Caballero's all around the field. He's done everything but like pitcher at this point. They just plug him in anywhere, which is amazing. But I guess you would rather have him at shortstop on defense. I mean, on both. Yeah, I think Caballero is the better shortstop in general.
Because
But
I'm looking at StatCast right now. You wouldn't guess, but like Anthony Volpe actually has like a 6+ outs above average, which is pretty good actually.
really,
And then Caballero, he has -2, but like the thing is with that, he's definitely played a lot of positions, so
yeah.
it definitely takes a hit.
Yeah, you've had him in right field, you've had him at third. He's kind of everywhere. Volpe only plays shortstop. I mean, has they ever slid him into second?
He's only played short, I
He's only
think.
ever played shortstop, right? Yeah.
Because the thing I don't like especially is like Boone just I always see Boone like kind of like I wouldn't say just like defend him, which obviously he should, but
Right.
he proclaims him as like one of the best shortstops in the league. It's like just defend him and stick at that. Like don't
Yeah.
go far and beyond and just say it's like this generational player, when he clearly isn't. You know,
No, not. He's not.
the
He's
fans
not
aren't
a generational.
stupid.
No,
And
he's not a generational
you
player.
can say the same thing about Austin Wells. I don't know if you have any thoughts about
Oh my
how he's
God.
done.
No. Unlike Volpe, I also just think I like Volpe. I'm a my favorite, 11's my number. I have a Volpe jersey. I'm always rooting for Volpe. Send Wells somewhere else. Get him out of here. Yes, he's a good catcher, but it's like, I all right. His bat is just terrible. I think they should explore at the trade deadline to send him away. Well, okay, so actually what do you think? Like, so like Yankees at the deadline, like what do they got to do?
Well, I mean, you kind of said it right there. They need a catcher that could hit
Yeah.
somewhat,
They gotta
you know.
ship Wells away. They do.
And I think they need a lot of upgrades to the bullpen.
Oh yeah. I
Maybe maybe a
I
start or
when
two.
I watch like when I see like Fernando Cruz get up, I'm like
He's been good though.
he's been good, but it's like none of the relievers on the Yankees, I feel like, are like you're so confident in them that like you'll put them in and they'll just like get out.
I mean, listen, the Mets have honestly been the complete opposite in a way. Like everyone on their team sucks except the relievers. Like
Right, which is kind of funny. It's
Luke
just funny.
Weaver's been phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah.
25 innings without a run.
Yeah. I mean,
It's like
I don't blame the Yankees for getting rid of him because he was blowing games last year. Same with Devin Williams. How has Devin Williams been?
He's been good, honestly.
Yeah.
Like his stats don't really reflect that, but he's definitely been very
Yeah.
reliable for the most part.
Is he
He's
the closer?
yeah.
Okay. Because, obviously last year they obviously brought him in to be the closer, the Yankees. And then at the deadline, they're like, wow, this guy is not doing it for us to bring in Bednar. Bednar is another one, though, where it's like every time he goes up, I get a little nervous.
I mean, you
Like,
saw that against the Mets. Like,
yeah, right. But it's like every time the Yankees have to go into the bullpen for pitching, it's like even if they're up like a run or two and it's like the bottom of the ninth, even if you have like Bednar and oh, he's supposed to be your closer, I'm not like super confident. Like I still say to myself, like, all right, like this can still get lost so easily. I don't know. It's funny because yeah, the Yankees are just playing at such a low level right now. I mean, obviously they're winning right now. 3-1, bottom of the seventh. Schlittler putting up an amazing game. He's been slipping a little bit, but he's obviously
he's a
in a
human
really
being. Like he's
yeah, yeah, right. I know. You can't expect the guy to literally just get shutouts every game. But overall, he deserves that all-star spot. You know,
oh yeah,
he
100%.
like
Like
he has been I think definitely in Cy Young contention.
he definitely he probably would have been number one if that bad start didn't happen like
Right,
recently.
right, exactly. Without that bad start, I think he's favorited because he has been amazing.
I mean, that I'm gonna be completely honest. I thought that's how McClain would have ended up on the Mets, but
Yeah,
like
well, yeah, well,
he's
it's
had like one or two bad outings, and it kind of like skyrocketed his ERA and stuff.
yeah. Yeah, I
Like
mean,
the
it's rough.
Schlittler is definitely one of the game's like youngest bright stars at least. He's on the pitching side. I mean, it
Oh
feels
yeah.
weird to say that, but like
Oh yeah.
I gotta be completely honest.
Oh yeah. For sure. For sure.
And
I
on
mean, you hypothetically the starting rotation when healthy or even when like whatever, like on paper, the starting rotation for the Yankees looks amazing. You got Freed, obviously, went back. Schlittler, Rodon, even though he has
he's
not been
hurt.
great. Yeah, he hasn't been great this season anyway. And then oh my God, who am I missing? Oh, Garrett Cole, obviously. But he's another one in his last few games, giving up a lot of runs, you
I
know.
mean, you can't depend on a guy that's been out for over a year.
Yeah,
It's not.
that's true. That's true. But they just need to start swinging that bat too. Because it's like the problem is that obviously that's really any pitcher, your job is to go out there and not allow any runs, whatever. But it's bound to happen, obviously. So it's like if you're the Yankees and you're on offense, you gotta make up for that, or you have to help and give them at least some sort of a cushion. Ben Rice, he had a monster shot a few days ago, but besides that, he was like batting like .08, like like terrible. And like same with Belly, he hasn't been doing too great either in this whole stretch. It's just been bad batting especially from the top of the lineup.
I mean, like it's stuff like this is obviously going to happen during a season. It's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
162.
Right. Yeah. There's
There's a
there's
lot of
bound to be slumps.
there's a lot of variability. The
Yeah.
not Bellinger probably wasn't going to have a 900 OPS by the end of the year. I
Yeah.
mean, it's clearly like all the it's kind of like a collective slump in a way. I mean, it
Right. Yeah.
shows in the losses.
Yeah, yeah,
They've
yeah.
definitely
No, for
all
sure. For sure.
like you said, even Rice has been like kind of slumping a little bit. And it hurts when you have like one of the best hitters in the league out. I mean, it's probably honestly getting catching up to them at this rate. I don't know what you.
Yeah, when's Judge supposed to be back?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
What do you think of Stanton too? Because
How long's he out?
he's been out for like months.
Obviously, Stanton is I love Stanton. He's one of those guys that if
It's
you're
one of the
gonna
worst contracts in the league.
no, oh, for sure, the contract's terrible. I mean, but the other problem is that he has to be DH, right? Like,
Yeah, that's another part of it.
you know, and he's so slow when he runs the bases. And it's like realistically, like if he's not hitting like a huge double or a home run, he's really just like it's hard because yeah, the contract isn't great. He's so slow. He always has to DH. And he's always hurt. It's like you're paying him all that money just to be hurt all the time or to run slow. It's like obviously you love to have him on the team, you know, Belly, Rice, Judge, Stanton, back to back to back to back is should hypothetically on paper be like an amazing, like
Yeah,
just
just as long as Stanton
dangerous,
doesn't hit on the ground.
like you want to intentionally walk all four of them, but like it obviously there's health issues. Sometimes, when one of them's up, the other one's down. It the thing about the Yankees is that a lot of it looks good on paper, but and obviously look, they're still over 500. They'll still probably make the playoffs. They'll still because the AL
The,
is
yeah,
not
it's pretty
great.
bad.
Right. The AL is just terrible. So you see that, but it's like if the Yankees were in the NL, they
The
would be
Marlins have the same amount of wins as them,
right.
which is hard to believe.
That is crazy.
Because I actually did go to the Mets versus Marlins series where the Mets actually swept them, and they had the same amount of wins at the time, which was like I don't know if it was like a month ago, but it was like at least 3+ weeks ago, and they had the same amount of wins, and now the Marlins have just taken off. Now they have the same amount of wins as the Yankees, and the Mets haven't done anything since. So it's kind of hard to believe, but like
Yeah, crazy. Oh, I just see Caballero homered again. That's two home runs in the day for Caballero.
where is he playing?
They're playing in Tampa Bay. He's shortstop.
Oh, okay,
Volpe's
so
not. Yeah, Volpe's not playing.
too bad for the kid. I mean,
Yeah, I know. Caballero, it's like his job is to just make Volpe look bad.
Caballero was a bench player on Tampa, so
Right.
it's and they traded for him last. Also, what do you think about Doval? You kind of mentioned a lot of the struggling Yankees, but
Yeah,
I
he's
don't know
not.
what you
Again,
think.
it's just like, it's hard when these players they go up, they get up on the mound, and it's never just a clean, not even just, oh, it has to be one, two, three, but it's never just a clean, like, oh, maybe you let one walk, what one hit, you don't let a run in. It's like every time there's always just something wrong going on. And it's like I feel like there's no relievers, and Doval is definitely not one of them that you just kind of like, game you're up a few points and you can just casually sit back if you're Aaron Boone, just be like, all right, let me send out my bullpen and now I'll just let this win, add up to, one in the winning column. But it's just hard, when they're just the bullpen is not that great. They have to fix that. And that was a problem last year, and they tried to address it.
I'm not gonna lie, they got a lot. They got a lot
Yeah,
last year.
I know. Yeah, they were making hella moves at the deadline. And it's like you say to yourself, like, all right, what do they do about third base? Now you got,
Ryan
McMahon.
McMahon. Yeah,
He's
that was not a good move at all.
You don't
It's not
think
a good.
so?
He's not a good hitter at all,
He's
and
not.
he's
He's
being
a
paid good
terrible
money.
hitter. Yeah, he's great on defense, sure. And it's like, but what? Are you gonna start Rosario every game and then just put McMahon in like, winning positions at the end? Like, what do you do? Like,
Listen, he's hitting now, so
yeah, that's true.
if only he did that with the Mets, but like
Yeah,
a
I
little
know.
bit sidetracked there, but
No, I know.
I mean, how would you feel if the Yankees traded for any one of the Mets, any of their relievers? Does anyone catch your eye other than Weaver or just Weaver?
Um, I don't
I
know.
mean,
I mean, it's funny because half of the friggin' Mets relieving core is former Yankees, but I don't know. I mean, not really. I mean, what do you think? What do you think? Who do you think would? Who do you think the Mets would move?
I mean, I don't know if you know these guys, but they have Brooks Raley, Minter, AJ Minter, and
Yeah,
Oscar Brazovan.
maybe Minter.
Uh, I mean, Raley and Raley and Minter are on expiring contracts, so but Brazovan has like 3 more years of control, I think. But he's like 36.
Right. I mean, you keep getting up there. But I
Yeah.
mean, if you're the Yankees, like I feel like you're the thing with the Yankees that they have been in win now mode for 10 years. Like the Yankees are always in win now mode,
I mean, it
right?
kind of feels like they haven't made an all-out push necessarily. Like I was saying 24 they did with Soto.
Oh,
I think they
24
need
for sure.
I
24 is a year.
I think they need to make a big move like that in a way. I mean, you're obviously not getting Soto again, but
No, yeah.
I think personally, like if I were the Yankees, I would trade for Terry Screwball at the deadline. I would just say, you know, Judge is getting older. He's obviously
Right.
not going to perform the same. Bellinger, Bellinger's in his early 30s. He's not going to play like super great. I mean, he's always inconsistent, but
Yeah.
and I think like just going all out in a weak American League, like this is the time where you have to like
Right.
step up and
I
try and make the
I'm
playoffs.
I'm
I mean,
totally with you.
well, you guys are making the playoffs. Like I meant, like go all
Right.
out, win the World
Actually
Series.
beat the NL team, probably the Dodgers, you know. Well, I mean, the other thing is that you look at it and you say, okay, so you obviously can say, oh yeah, trade for Skubal. What do the Yankees have to give up for Skubal?
I was gonna say they're gonna have to give up Lombard. But, like, I personally don't think that's a big ask.
I don't think it's a problem either.
And they've talked about this guy Langridge or whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll say from experience, like I've seen Lombard in high A with the Cyclones. Like I as a worker for the Cyclones, but
Right.
like he's great defensively. I'll say that. But his hitting is like I don't know. I mean, personally, he seemed kind of lackluster. Doesn't seem like someone that's gonna hit well in the major leagues, at least consistently. He seemed
I
like a
mean,
better def
yeah. I
like
mean,
I don't think
the
he's someone that
Yankees,
they should die
yeah. No,
keeping.
I mean, the Yankees are notorious for their homegrown talent, whatever. And I don't think losing Lombard for a huge push and like actually like making your starting pitching rotation so much better. Like I think that's like a perfect move. But is that like what else do you give up? I feel like you can't just give up Lombard.
Yeah, I mentioned Langridge.
Okay.
Is their
I
second
think I
prospect?
think I think if you're able to take that move, if you're Cashman, you fucking take it.
Yeah.
Like easy.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, like,
Yeah.
how many more times are you gonna get with Judge in his prime, let's
Right.
say? I
That's
mean
the
he's
problem. It's crazy to think that Judge is basically 10 years. Like
I mean, he
about.
came up at an older age too.
Right. I know. But it's like 10 years of judges. I still remember like the season, was it 17 when lost to the Astros? Is that 17?
He came up at 16 at the end.
Right. Okay. But what
He
was
was
the
not
year
good.
when what was the year with like
17.
17, right? With Gregorius and oh my God, that team, that was the team. That was the team. That was a great team.
I mean, you ran into a very good Astros team. I mean, they cheated,
Yeah.
but
And you cheating Astros team, Aroldis Chapman just smiling through it all.
that was 19 where he
Oh,
came
that
up.
was 19?
Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
they
I didn't
beat you
remember that.
twice in the
Yeah.
CS.
Oh yeah. Yeah, right. Both. All right, I'm mixing them up. It's just like it's crazy.
I mean, I'll leave it off here with a couple of these like points about the Yankees, but like they should probably, like I said, they should definitely. I would definitely try to trade for like an ace, like Screwball, and then I think
Yeah.
we talked a little about this, but they should get a closer, like legit nails closer,
Who
and
do you
just
think?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing pops off in my head. I would say Weaver, but like
No.
I don't.
Can't
You guys
can't.
already had him,
Yeah.
and I want the Mets to keep him personally,
Yeah.
since he has one more year on his contract after this. So
I think if you're the Mets, you want to keep him too.
because they still have to worry about next year. I mean, I don't know how that's gonna go, but like he's a very good pitcher. I mean, I wouldn't give him up unless it's for like a massive hole or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, so like that's definitely what they should focus on. Because Bednar can't. I don't think Bednar is like a real closer. I
he's
think he's
not.
good as a setup man.
I think he'd be a. I completely agree. I think he'd be a great setup man. I don't think you'd get rid of Bednar unless you have to in like it's like a big trade. But I think Bednar would be a great setup and to like a real closer. I think that'd be like for sure. I mean, you know, it's hard, to find really that like you said that coffin closing closer. But they could see they
I
could
was
try.
kind of thinking like I this actually just came to my mind. What if they trade for Chapman, another former Yankee?
Chapman. I mean, yeah, Chapman's been so good with the Sox. Didn't he just broke some record, no?
He's has the highest most amount of strikeouts for any relief pitcher
Right. Exactly. That's
ever.
what it is. Highest career strikeouts. Yep. I mean, Ung still got it.
I
I
mean,
mean, he's
the
still
Yankees fans
great.
can hate him all they want, but like he's a
Yeah.
great pitcher. He's been a great pitcher his whole life.
Yeah.
He's
I
gonna
mean, I love to hate on him, obviously, but you can't deny that he's doing great stuff.
I mean, the Red Sox haven't been good this year, so I think he's going to be gone. So
Yeah, that's true. But does he go back to the Yankees?
there's definitely some bad blood with him and
Yeah,
Cash and
well, for
others.
sure. How about this? When do you pull the plug on Boone?
I don't think he's that much of a problem. I think it's up to the players at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
right. But sometimes you just need to change the scenery, I feel like.
I mean, the Mets did it recently with Mendoza,
Yeah, well,
but
I don't really. Yeah, well, I wouldn't say a little mid-season firing, but
I mean, listen, I'm not a crazy Boone guy, but like every year they've made the playoffs,
that's true.
have at least had a winning team. I mean, it's ultimately on the players at the end of the day, but like
Yeah.
he definitely doesn't deserve to be. He doesn't deserve all the hate.
Oh
Like
no, he definitely doesn't deserve all the hate, but when you're the Yankees and you have Judge and you have these amazing players, these amazing rosters and all this like whatever, obviously 27 rings, you can you expect that to replicate. And if you're a team that's constantly looking for a chip and a ring, sometimes just making it to the playoffs every year isn't enough. I mean, like that's like, you know, that's why the Bills fired McDermott
McDermott.
because yes, obviously he's a good coach. He's getting them to the playoffs every year. And yes, you could say Josh
I don't
Allen's
agree with
built on
that.
it, but what do you mean? What do you not agree with?
I don't think it was right for them to fire McDermott. I mean, he
Oh
was
yeah,
far
no,
from the
like I
problem.
I don't I don't really think so either, but I just think if you're the Bills, you're obviously not going to get rid of Allen. Like, if you could say, oh, like obviously
No,
losing to the, Broncos is his fault, all those turnovers, but it's like you just need that change of scenery sometimes. Even with the Ravens getting rid of Harbaugh, I mean, you're not gonna,
that I understood, but like,
yeah. Well, because they also didn't even make the playoffs, so that's also different. But, like it's hard to be a coach on a team when your star player, like if you're Yankees with Judge, or if you have uh like a quarterback like Josh Allen or Lamar, these quarterbacks that are MVP caliber former MVPs, and they're not getting wins, they're not winning the Super Bowl, they're not even making it to the Super Bowl. You just organizations are just trying to do anything to be like, okay, what can we do to push them there? Because eventually they're going to get too old, and you don't want to miss that window when you have that superstar.
I mean, it's very hard to win. Obviously, like the counts. That sounds very redundant, but like,
No, yes, no, I know.
there's a lot of good teams, at
Yeah.
least at least in the league. I mean, Allen's had very tough competition, and he's
Yes.
played. He's definitely. I would say he's played up to it without a Super Bowl, obviously.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes, but same thing with you could say about the Yankees with pushing through an easy AL. Speaking in the NFL, the American League, the AFC, was terrible last year. Like in the sense of obviously Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson don't make it to the playoffs.
I mean, it was all
And
right. Mahomes
and
got hurt
you
too.
yeah, right, but I'm saying like, like people would always say that, oh, Josh Allen can't beat Mahomes. Well, Mahomes isn't there. And you're losing to a Broncos team because you made five turnovers. He was breaking down crying after the game. So you say to yourself, all right, well, if Mahomes can get back to shape next year and maybe it all works out in Baltimore, or maybe the Patriots get better, or, like the Broncos, you know, with Bo Nix not breaking his hand and they continue to
That's
move.
very unfortunate.
Right. No, that is very unfortunate because I don't think, not I keep changing topics. I don't think anyone thinks that if Stidham's not starting
The
and Bo Nix
Broncos would
is
have won that
starting,
game,
yeah, if
100%.
Bo Nix starts that game, Broncos in the Super Bowl, do they beat the Seahawks?
No,
Probably not, but that defense would probably be a huge problem.
I'm not gonna lie. The Seahawks are they're on a roll there. They were
Yeah,
just
no,
killing
I
every
still
opponent.
I still think the Seahawks won because it's true. The NFC Championship game was the Super Bowl. I think
Yeah, kind of.
let's say you don't think the Rams would have beat the Pats or the Broncos, assuming Bo Nix is healthy.
So
Like,
I was also gonna bring up something else. So I don't know. I don't know what you thought. I mean, obviously we talked about this like barely, but like we talked about the Knicks a little bit. What did you think of Mitch Robinson leaving for the
you
Celtics?
know, obviously as a Knicks fan, happy you get the chip. If I think you're happy he gets his bag, but you're not happy he went to the Celtics. If he goes to literally any other team, or if he goes to the West, or if he goes to like you don't feel as bad about it. I think if you're a Knicks fan, you're not upset that he left, you're upset that he went to Boston, right? I think it's more like, and look, obviously amazing defensive player, amazing rebounder. He was amazing, is amazing for this for the stats that really aren't, the big, oh, like points or whatever, like he was a great player. He is a great player. But also at some point, they're hack-a-mitching and you send him to the free throw line and you're just like, how is this guy not hitting these frees? And you're just like, at some point, like, look, obviously the game he played was so much more like it outweighed his inability to shoot, obviously.
Yeah,
Obviously, and
he
that's not what he was there for. But at some I don't think it's as big of a loss for the Knicks. I just think it sucks that he went over to Boston. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, I mentioned this in the last episode about the Jalen Brown trade, but like I wouldn't be worried about the Celtics that much. At least they'll be all right. But like I would say with Mitch Robinson, like he was a great Knick. I mean,
Oh, for sure.
he was there the longest out of all the Knicks on the roster last year.
Yeah.
He was there in the dark ages. Like he played his role at a pretty good level, at least for a
Yeah.
backup. I mean, he's great rebounding. I mean, I'm basically saying what you said, but it's the
Yeah.
truth. And they also signed Andre Drummond, who kind of like
Yes.
who's a solid like replacement for him, which I'll say is a win. Like you guys retain all of your players, even Chapman.
Yes.
It's like
Shaq.
I like Drummond. I mean, he's a pretty good big,
Yeah, I
and
think I think he's a great two behind Towns.
he can shoot free throws somewhat.
Right. Exactly. So you're up in your
I mean,
game at
that's not a
that
big deal,
department.
but
Right. No, but it is true.
it helps.
Yeah. No, I mean, obviously no love lost for Mitch. Obviously you're happy for him. You're happy he gets his money. And he's still a champion. He was still, obviously huge part of the championship team. He's been with the Knicks for what? He was with them 9 years, something. you say that,
Yeah, close to that.
yeah, you say it's like obviously like good for you, go get your bag, but it just sucks that you went there. It's like, you know, it's like if like it's obviously not like this, but it's like if like Judge went to the Red Sox, you'd be like, what the hell? Like
Yeah,
it's
that
like
that
obviously Mitch obviously isn't on the level of Judge, but you know what I mean. It's like going to like, that rival team. It's like
it's nightmaric, you know.
right.
It's like it's unfathomable in a way.
Yeah. It's just, and it's like what you're telling me that no other teams were giving him more money, if not the same.
I mean, I don't think there's a way the Knicks are going to sign him in any
Yeah.
capacity.
No, I don't think so either. And I think it's good that the Knicks get him off because they knew they had to pay him. They knew they'd have to. But you're telling me, and obviously, if you're Mitch, you want to go to a contending team. You want to go to a team that you could win with again. You don't want to just go to the Wizards just because they're giving you money. Like, you
I
know what I mean?
mean, I
But
mean the money speaks a lot though. It's not.
oh, the money does speak a lot. And I guess if you already won a chip, I guess maybe you're like, well, I won my chip, now let me just make my money. But if you could go to a team that could win again and you get money, then you see why. It's obviously the best case scenario.
I mean, I'm
For
not saying Mitch is that way, but like it's like the tough reality. But like a lot of these players are a little money hungry, obviously. I mean,
yeah,
they obviously want to get the best contracts possible.
right. I mean,
It's
and
not
I
just
don't
all.
and I don't think you could blame him.
Not
He's
everybody's
he's
Jalen Brunson.
right. Oh my God, Jalen Brunson. What a guy taking that 100 mil pay cut. What a guy. It was worth it though.
I mean, yeah, you guys won the chip. You
Yeah.
guys wouldn't have Cat or been able to extend Bridges also. I mean, yeah, Bridges on the contract, but yeah, so I was gonna say, so we're gonna start to wrap it up here, but like that thank you for being on the show today, Joe. And
Of
I
course.
do you have any like final thoughts or
No,
before we sign off?
yeah, I just wanted to thank you so much for having me. I hope to return. I had a great time talking to you today. I'd love to talk about, more things next time. I know we talked about the Yankees for a while. And I will be this podcast resident Yankee fan because I know you and Justin both, diehard Mets fans. So it is fun, and yeah, I mean, I'm very excited for the future of the podcast, and I hope to be on it often, especially when football season starts.
Oh
Maybe
yeah.
we'll go against each other, Giants versus Jets, even though, and we'll see what
That's
those
not
futures hold. Not that that's really a whatever, but we'll see.
yeah, so thank you for being on the show. I really
Thank you for having me.
appreciate the talk. Hopefully the Yankees maybe rewrite the ship, but Mets
Yeah.
Mets aren't, but
No, I know. I think Yankees gonna win tonight. Top of the ninth, 5-1. They just gotta again throw in Bednar, hopefully not lose, and then hopefully we'll be out of here with a
yeah, I
win.
mean as long as they don't bring in Doval, you'll be fine.
Freaking Doval.